Okay. Give me a name. Give me a name.
It's supposed to
Give me a C.
C.
I woke up with the craziest cold. They've been sneezing. You know that thing where the top of your mouth is scratching you, your ear? Jesus Christ. See, I'm supposed to work from home today, right? I'm not supposed to go anywhere today because I plan on using today to strategize for the entire month of October, which is officially the beginning of season 2, right? So today is like a break in between, in a sense, where I'm just supposed to use and recoup, plan for season 2 properly before we officially kick off. But I got a call, right, for a new client sometime. That was at like 6 p.m. on Saturday. But it wasn't exactly finalized until this morning, right? And it's like he wants something quick. We negotiated terms and all of that. I was like, fine. So I was supposed to send one of my content creators, right? So I have contractors, that work as content creators for Jali. But this time, there is no contractor that is available. And I'm like, bro, my name is at stake. My reputation is at stake. I can't give excuses. So I have to go do it. Can you imagine? I just got back from the client's office and I totally forgot to do any pictures or videos. Like it was such a beautiful meeting. Like once we just got to the office, he just loved me. All right, and apparently he's running for office. And I thought it was just a video shoot that he needed, that I could send someone. He needs a lot of things, and we interacted. And he was like, "Young man, I like you. You're very sharp. Come and work with me." And I'm like, "Let's go." Did a voiceover, for BMW content. That's a voiceover that we're placing as the background sound for. So BMW Club has a barbecue event coming up soon, and yeah.
Attention BMW owners, lovers, enthusiasts from near, far, and beyond the stars. This is Optimus Prime.
You won't have had the contact of the minister.
I have contact with the DPO,
Are you serious?
Yes.
From this whole thing?
Yes, the first lady of Delhi State.
So this man could be entering a night bus in a couple of minutes to head to Abuja. He had some issues with his visa, denied him visa, supposed to be in Morocco on October 5. And he made this post on LinkedIn that went viral. Philip, what's the plan? What's going through your mind right now?
I'm just thinking because I have an appointment tomorrow with Professor. Very dedicated appointment. Then I have to be at the embassy tomorrow morning. Based on for 2 reasons.
And you have just few minutes to make up your mind.
I have just 3 minutes because I need to catch a night bus. Aside to that, I also have a program in church tomorrow.
Oh my God.
By 5 p.m.
Man, Philip is actually out. Like, Philip just boarded the bus on his way to Abuja this night. I pray for that young man. I pray that all these efforts are going to pay off.
That can process in a day. In less than 1 hour.
So they fixed everything. Thank you, Jesus. The boy is back, man. The boy is back, oh. The boy is back.
The boy is back. The celebrity boy is back. Okay, now Marrakesh, you did now. I do. I'm fine. No, see, just let me call you later. You know. I'm hosting a celebrity in my house now. Say hi to my fans.
Hi guys.
I'm gonna stream our song, bro.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Stream our music, go. Ew, Chineke.
Every time I yawn, I just see my mom's face saying, Onyeka, why haven't you eaten? Anyway, the craziest part of this entire challenge is I'm out here, not out here, like I'm here facing the camera again. It's the beginning of season 2, the beginning of a new month. And I know how hard I pushed myself last month, you know, and especially as it concerns the first goal number 2 and goal number 3, right? Business and personal finances. There was income, right? But I was spending so much. You know, I've invested so much into this project just to make it work, you know, to hire people, you know, to just ensure that I can focus on what I'm supposed to do. Because I can't be the one editing, I can't be the one managing, So it's a lot. It's a lot, and if you know how business works, when you're pursuing the biggest of deals, sometimes you're spending the biggest of money, right? But it's all good, man. Anyway, Titi has requested for my madam has requested for my goals for the month, the goals for the week, and I'm late on a deliverable that was supposed to be sent 2 days ago. That's the documentary plan, right? How we want to carry everyone along in this season to what's going to make up the entire thing. So that's what I'm doing on my notes. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can.
The kind of things that are going to be done in this season, I'm literally in the hands of God. Literally in the hands of God.
One thing I've come to dislike since the BMC started is wishful thinking. Just, one day I'm going to. Bro, today like day 37, if I'm not wrong. Alright? I'll be day 36. Do you understand how fast time goes? What time do you have, man? What time do you actually have? We started this thing when? We started this thing like August 29, and it's already day 36. Day 36. I don't know. I was telling my business partners, I just sent them a voice note that I had a beautiful conversation yesterday with one of my mentors, right? See, I believe in God's favor, man, because I think it's just the fact that I even have the access, you know, to have conversations with someone of her caliber, right, is a privilege. Is a big privilege. She's ridiculously brilliant, you know, in brand, you know, and everything that concerns brand, right? And I had like a 2-hour conversation with this amazing woman yesterday, and I had like the opportunity to share the idea of the new venture that I'm starting, right, with my business partners, which I'm going to share very soon, right? It's like, you know how the Igbo apprenticeship system is the answer, you know, to unemployment in the eastern part of Nigeria. It shouldn't just be the eastern part of Nigeria, it should be everywhere. But then there are certain parts of it that happens to be a cage. So we are deleting those parts and maintaining the relevant parts, and now making like a digital version of the Igbo apprenticeship system with some perks here and there. It's a beautiful structure. So I shared it with her, you know, and she gave me some advice. She gave me some advice concerning my mom's business as well, right? On, bro, see, you need privilege is not just money every time, or you need access, you need conversations with smart minds that can just help your life. So yeah, I'm not the only one who likes this golden mon thick, like almost no water inside. So beautiful. I got golden morn for breakfast. Bro, I'm becoming a changed man in my eating habits. I'm becoming a changed man in my eating habits, man.
I don't know them.
It's not like they're not cold, so they are there, but everything.
You don't know them. God, I mean, I got them because.
We're about to talk about cold or color.
This is probably important, and this one I didn't mess with because I know family is important, but I only looked at watercolor.
Okay.
Look at your page. You look at your page next week, You look at your page next week, Monday, tears will come to your eyes. Don't worry. Look at your page again like this, Baka. I've been working on your designs and
For all you have done, for all you are doing, for all you are yet to do, I can't wait for you to finish before I begin to give you my gratitude hand. Lord, I am grateful. I am grateful. In the name of Jesus.
Amen. Yeah, 1:41 a.m. Authentic work come not since 11 p.m. When high name, don't worry. Our brand will go global this year. So anyone watching this, one of the smartest things you'd ever do for yourself is to put yourself first. Do you hear what I said? And by putting yourself first, that means ensuring that you're not chasing to your own disadvantage. Do you hear what I said? Ensure that you don't chase so much that it starts affecting your health, because it's going to be a very useless, futile adventure at the end of the day. Ensure that you're not chasing so much that you're not prioritizing your family. Ensure that you're not chasing so much that you're losing your mind, because it's going to be worthless. I woke up with a dose of reality that I must not forget the entire point. The entire point of this is not just to stack up money in my bank account. That's fine. I want it. Right? I want to make a lot of money. I want to have what a lot of money can afford me. Right? I want to have that freedom. I want to be able to fend and spend on my family without thinking about it twice. I want to give Amaris and my mom the best things of life. I want to provide for my friends. But then, if you start losing track of why in the first place, and it just becomes about superficial things, it's a journey that has only one end, right? It's a journey that has only one destination, and that's regret. So the most important thing I believe anyone can do is to ensure that it's at the fore of our minds. You understand what I'm saying? It's to ensure that these things are at the fore
of our minds, right?
Let me put on this for a moment. I believe that you choose who you want to be in this world. I've been out since morning. I went to Banana Island and then went to Festac. So I'm basically handling the entire digital campaign for the contestant for vice chairman of the estate, Banana Island, right? And beyond the work that I'm doing, right, I'm privileged to be loved, by the people that I'm working with, and the man himself just wants to show me, connect me to people, tell his friends about me. He went to introduce me to one of his friends, the person who actually owns the franchise in Nigeria, Nescafe. Is it Nescafe? I've been Nescafe, yeah. The person who runs that franchise in Nigeria and a couple of other products in the market. And I realized that I've met him before. I met him at the social club, that I go to on Saturdays. In interacting with these people, I wasn't doing a lot of talking. I did no talking, right? I just listened. In interacting with these people, I've discovered something. They are just as human as you are. More human than you even think, right? They are so human. They have fears. Some of them are anxious, extremely anxious, almost hypertensive, that any little thing just gets them jittery, and you see that there's nothing there in terms of like, when you're on the outside, you're looking like, oh my God, I can imagine how this guy's routine would be. These are people that make mistakes, right? That make mistakes, that have fears and failures. Sorry?
Yes, I'm done praying.
Okay. Have a good night. All right. Now I understand how people start a movie series that has 50 episodes and they binge watch it for 3 days straight with little to no breaks. They're addicted. It's a form of escape. They genuinely find what they're watching fun. It's interesting to them. They want to know what happens next, and then what happens next. Every suspense must be quenched. Their curiosity must be satisfied. Now I get it, because I am living in it. An hour now feels like 5 minutes. 3 hours feels like 1. What is going on? I can now see how short time really is. How short life really is. Time literally flies when you're all in on something. And that's the funny thing about this life. October 7, 2024, 11:14 p.m. Amazing stuff. Hello?
No, it said second turning by your left. Is this Borno Street that is written there? Okay, yeah. Here.
You call my name. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
So I haven't finished listening to the voice notes, right? But what do we need to start? Like, how much do we need to just, can you do like a breakdown of what everything will cost, registration, getting tax identification, all those things, and then your service charge as well? Is that fine? man. About to do something crazy this week. Gio, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I said we're about to do something crazy this week, oh. Is that? We're going to pitch to innocent. Yep. I am going to pitch to innocent. Can I make it for upgrade? The Otago. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen. This week we are doing something absolutely crazy. I'm going to try and get the number of Innocent himself if I don't get through to the head of PR, which I think will be the smartest move because I'm sure the head of PR is seeing what is going on Twitter, right? And how they're dragging them and it did start today. So I'm going to try and call Innocent. I'll try to get to the PR person first. I'm going to try and call Innocent and then we'll pitch to him. You know the beautiful thing? We already planned this pitch like since 2021 when I was in like finals, right? So this is the time to push for it. This is the time. There's no tomorrow I'm waiting for. This is the time to push for it.
They also have some contribution they can make in this business. I like that. So that's what I'm saying.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Hope you're doing fine. Hello, hello. Happy birthday to you.
I think something was fishy yesterday. I feel like touching these two guys. I think something was fishy. I was texting him yesterday. He was giving me one word reply. I think what's going there? I can tell already. I don't need to be. Hey guys, why you got me? I've won already. Guys, I've won.
Are you walking?
I've won already.
That's nice. What's the play?
It's the X color combo.
I don't understand. You won now. This is my brother. So we went from being colleagues to being brothers.
How I met Victor is I saw this boy on stage. I was supposed to have a class. I saw this guy up. I like strange people. I won't forget. I told everybody that he said hello everyone. And I told them that he was about to tell them something that would change their life. My class kept quiet. How long have I said, what is it? Yeah. He told them about to tell you something that's going to change your life forever. The way he said it, you could tell that it was going to change your life. And everybody kept quiet until it was done. I'm like, this guy, I like you already. That's how we met really. It's been 5 years or 6 years now. I think six, yeah. And yeah, it's been a friend and a brother.
It looks hard and tough, you know. So he's a very sweet guy and he's very soft, you know. And when Victor loves, he loves. when Victor loves, he loves his brother, mom. Like, I've heard so many sweet stories and some that have kept in my heart that I'm trusting God to recreate in my family. loved them deeply, loved his dad so much. Had so many good stories. What I would say is memorable is how they would decide to do something and stick with it. To finish one project like that, have a solid drive for excellence, and things because fun and senior, and that's the strength for an outspoken person. I really like when I see people. There are many times people who speak, you don't see them as an agenda, but they say everything. He says a lot, but he doesn't say so much more. Like, I've learned to be kind of a stable complete. Like, when I started finding out some things about him, I was just like, I thought I knew. Now, for example, today I'm hearing about football, I'm like, oh, wait. You know, especially when you know how, like you say, by office you know them, and even beyond food, that is important. There's descent from. But when I got to know that I was born in Spain, and it was like, serious God and has had experience, I was like, you know, but this guy. There's so longer than so many. I remember when that project, the event, the class, it was his first school. You know how you said that you still know the class and said it's about to say something that will change. It's probably his first school that you will say something like that. You know, probably. I remember the training, it was the first training and how he gave his all and was still in front of everyone and sitting and was telling me that this class could change their life, you know, and he helped to be video recording. I know I'm not saying so much more. I'm a huge fan. Oh, everybody around me knows me to talk. You know, I'm such a... Probably the highest skills are very speak is put out content. Right? And then it makes me remember, I mean, you might not know like how much it does in the background that's really inspiring. And I can remember this exact night. I knew that at the end of the day, the content might actually be bullshit. But the fact that he said it was going to do it, just so he knows he has done it, and then the nonsense or the bullshit will inspire him to do more pressure. And I could tell that throughout that night, I think we talked from about 11 to like 4 a.m. Then you could tell that he was tired. And then I knew in my mind that at the end of the day, this work is not so real in terms of quality, right? But then he still kept doing it. He would go downstairs, change again, come back to the tired guy, clean up again, and then record all over again. I mean, I wasn't tired, so why would I be tired, right? So like even much more, there was a day we went out. I didn't mention this, and I never said it. So it was the day we met a guy at the time school, Victor Patton, and then not comparison now, but something happened to him while in school that made him make a particular decision, quite an awkward decision. But then something similar happened to Victor too. But he makes that decision. I never told him.
On your screen.
But you have to. What's that?
You have 13 seconds to answer.
This is
So is it processing the...
it's not fair.
That doesn't fit in. It's not inexperienced. It is Gen Z.
It's not Gen Z. It's not Gen Z.
It is.
You may argue that it's not Gen Z. I can't see the video right now. 2004. I like the point. I like it. There's nothing cheeky about it. Who won?
Oh, TJY. Why is it glitching?
My birthday is always to be like a big deal for me. I used to just walk in my birthday. Hope knows that. Like, I just used to do my thing in my birthday. I don't take it too seriously. As long as my mom calls me to pray for me, I was still telling Philip that yesterday when she called and prayed for me that the most important thing has happened. Every other thing is just a bonus, right? But somewhere inside of me, I've always dreamt of something like this, where like the people that I call my own, like my own friends. Because I'm very picky with friends. If you notice, I don't like being with a lot of people. I'm not that guy. Right? But everybody here, has seen the real me. That's one thing I can say with all my heart. Everybody here has seen the real me. And the fact that after seeing who I am for me, right, you still love me this much, you still honor me this much, still have these beautiful things to say. I have both a burden to replicate and continue being the best version of myself, and I'm overwhelmed with I'm probably going to I'm going to think about this night for a long time, maybe till my next birthday, or even more than that, cause it's just a lot, and I'm grateful to each and every one of you. So to wrap up the toast, I'm going to replicate what you did. I'm going to say one thing, one memory, that I would forever hold. So I like making simulations in my mind. If this was the last time I would see each and every one, what's the main memory that might just stick to my mind, right? So let me start from my left. How this is going to go is I'll start with a summary. I'll give a little bit of context and then I'll end with a summary. So the first summary is that I would not be here. I'll probably not be alive. I would not be fulfilling purpose, right? I would not be the young man that you're seeing today, if not for this man. That is, as in, I'm more certain of this fact than anything else. There was a 2019 when I was going through a lot of pain, and then I'll call my brother in CICS, and I'll just call him and I'll be crying. I said, Junior, I don't know. He has heard me cry so many times, and I was just crying. And I'm not talking about something that is long ago, right? This year I've cried in front of him. Like twice. The kind of cry, because one of the reasons I don't cry or I don't like to show emotions, Jeff said I have a mean, exterior. One of the reasons is because I cry very ugly. Like if you see me cry, you never be my friend again. You'll be like, what did this one? Because it comes from inside, right? There's something I usually do when I'm close to someone and everything is just going yo-yo and everybody is happy. I always look forward to the first major disagreement. I always look forward to the first, that would give me a clue as to, because everybody is good when everything is good. We're jolly and all, but until we've had a disagreement, there's something we don't agree on, and I see how we handle it, then I'll know whether we are going to be in this thing for a long time. So while TDY and I were fighting, in quote, no malicious words were used, right? And as we finished fighting, just like my brother and I used to do, like when I was younger, when we started, or what my brother taught me rather, TDY and I sat down together, say, so let's have a discussion on this thing that just happened. Once that happened, I knew that this one's going to be there for the long term. Immediately, I finished school September 3rd. I was still in my place in school. I had a private place in school till November 16th. Now, somebody mentioned how spontaneous I can be. By November 15th, I I was in Lagos, sleeping peacefully in my house. So I didn't have any plans, nothing. Suddenly, by like 9 p.m. November 15, I made up my mind that I was going to travel to Aba November 16. That's the next day. I had 3 hours, and I didn't have enough money, to travel. I was not making much money then. I was working, but not much. So November 16. Right, 5 a.m. I left my room, packed my things in like 1 hour 30 minutes ish, and entered the bus and I traveled to Aba. That was the first time I passed the night on the road, just to surprise my mom on November 17, because it really mattered to me, and we pulled that off eventually. Now, so I got back exactly 7 days after. So November 25 I was back. I didn't have a place to stay, right? And I had different options. Hope and I were looking for a house together, right? And I called Jeff, right? And I was like, Alpha, where you be stay? I just said, that's the place in Shomori now. So I came, I said, okay, I just need someone to pass the night, then I would know my way forward from there. Because I'd already told TDY that I would want to come and stay at his. I was like, sure. So that one night turned into, I think it turned into like 1 week, right? I got sick during that period. I had malaria. Jeff pampered me. Jeff pampered me. The first night that we spent together, we had a conversation into the morning by like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Jeff forced me to drink hot water when I was having sore throat. And I was like, I want to get strep throat. He said, what's strep throat? So the fact that and this was the first time we ever seen together. We're close, in Orange Academy, but we didn't have that bond. The person I was closest to was TDY. Right, but Jeff and I just became very, very close, and I knew that I could count on this person, as a brother. When I got home, he checked up on me to know whether I'd reached home safely and all that. So you don't take this kind of people for granted, and it's not the only time he has shown up for me, right? So, brother, I love you. The same way you said you love me, I love you. I am not the easiest person to have a professional relationship with, right? Because the spontaneity, if you're an entrepreneur, you'd understand the craziness that comes with the terrain. There was one time that I think I was supposed to call, like, to check in. She was not feeling fine or something. And it had happened before, and I promised that it was never going to happen again. And then it happened again. I feeling, because I don't think people know this. It's something that God has helped me with over time. But I used to be the most God and my brother. I used to be the most self-critical human being in this life. Like, if I promise to do something for you and I don't do it, I don't sleep well at night. I usually have like physical reactions. My heart will be beating fast. I'll be tearing my head like, bro, what am I doing in my life? And that kind of thing. So I used to feel so bad, and then I procrastinated calling on her for like 1 day, and then I called her the next day. And I told her, okay, I know I'm and the way she managed that situation, I understand that this is what you're going through, and all I just need to do is catch what it says, and then I'll know how to navigate it, right? So I'm not saying you should be calling me every time. That's not the burden I'm putting on you. But if you need something in that phase you're in, when you're going through, I want to be that person to show up for you. When she said that, I knew that. If I'm thinking of people that care about me, because you hardly get this kind of thing, right? Especially when people see you are successful. Yeah. They think you have everything sorted out. Yeah. Right? So if you see where we are recording and you see how she talks to me, I think I've never told her very much. I'm gonna get honors and she respects me, right? But she makes me feel like a normal person. We banter and all that. Anytime I'm about to take myself too seriously, I'm carrying my 2,000, I'm making a call. I'm doing it. I like this. Sometimes it pisses me off because I'm actually doing something serious. But it humbles me, and I like you need those kind of people around me. Right? So when I'm with her, I don't want. Right? There's no feeling, there's no that package Victor is not existent. Right? So I love being like that with you, and I want to keep being like that. For hope, I'll have to share 2 memories. Right, so the first is that we don't so I think it was 2022. Right, we haven't spoken for a long time, and then we talked again, and Popo said something like this. It was like, me and this guy, we can go a whole year and not talk, and get back talking, and it was like nothing happened. There was no space. Right. I remember him coming to my house not too long ago. And the way we switch is something that is incredible to me. Pope and I, when he came to my house, the first thing we talked about, it was just spontaneous. You know, when you're with your guys, you don't think about, how do we push a conversation? You just go to the nature. The first thing we talked about was ministry. I don't even remember. Yeah, so I was like, how far is spiritual life? I'm looking at bro, I'm trying to see my early morning prayers. I told him my own that, bro, I'm putting in my best. We can't miss what brought us here in the first place. Right. Our meeting was a supernatural meeting. Right? It was God that brought us together first. So that's how we started the conversation. From that conversation, we started talking. Last year in November, specifically, I started seeing myself as that big brother to Philip. In every way I can, I'll clear the road for him. In every way I can. Right? I was sleeping in Philip's room constantly at some time at my house downstairs. But I'll just go to his, right? Because the conversations we were having, I liked the spark that existed when we were together. Right, and the message is that we are in this for the longest ride, right? And we keep doing it. And just like Hope, Philip is a pastor. You guys don't know, right? And we talk ministry. Remember when we were with Moses how many days ago? And we had like 2-hour conversations, on just ministry. You need those kind of people, right? Where you can talk ministry, then afterwards you guys can just start gisting about life. And you can be a normal human being, and that's what it is for you. Right? So my brother, I love you so much. I love you so much, and I can't wait to see the amazing things you do in the future. Who else is with me? Titi Layo and my brother. So Titi didn't say memorable things. She gently escaped. Who are you? But I'll talk about Titi. I also do my own. I'll do my own. So I'll be very short with it. So I'll talk about Titi in 2 forms: as a project manager for both Jali, WMC, and my personal brand, and then as my friend. Right? So, as project manager first, I'm not the most vulnerable person in the world, right? If there's anything that was a problem in his head, is eventually I realized that it was a small problem. One of my most boastful statements, both boastful and annoying statement. It used to annoy me, but it was just what it was, right? Was that I need a date, I would say from 2012 till 2023, right? That's over 11 years. The only 2 people that would know about when I'm going through pain or discomfort is my brother and my mom. It has been that way for the longest. And it continued this year. And as you'd expect, that has hurt some of my relationships because you need to be vulnerable, to a lot of extent. But this year, specifically in July, August, I had this big dream for WMC. I said I wanted to make my life a movie. And I want to see Charlie Africa
I see myself doing so much. And I was thinking, bro, who can I share this thing with? Before we got into this project, I've noticed this since 2018. For the first time in 12 years, open up myself to someone in a way that I've never done. So she was the first person I was able to be vulnerable to. So I told her about the BMC before I told anybody else, apart from my brother, right? I communicated it to her. I opened my heart. I said, this is what I feel, this is the pain I feel, this is what I'm going through, this is what I want to become. And she made me feel safe. She made me feel listened to. She didn't make me feel like I was overreaching, right? And aside that, one thing about her, and this is me pitching her for future purposes, if you give Titi an assignment, right, and the assignment is clear this table, right, she will clear this table, she would make it sparkling, she will hire a cleaning survey company to inspect it. She will do a data report on how she cleared the table. She will do a cost analysis, right? That means if you give her one thing to do, she will do like times 100 of what you're paying for, of what you give her. She will over deliver. And I think this get together is an example of that. She didn't have to do this, right? It's not part of the JD. But she went out of her way just because I mentioned it in passing that I would like to host friends and see what she has done. Right? So in her field of work, she's exceptional. And then as a human being, you probably not meet sweeter people than this person here. Right? I remember now the most memorable moment for me, and I've shared this with her, right? Because we've had this conversation. The most memorable moment for me that I've had with her is 2020, right? I had the phase where I felt like I was dying on the inside, right? I've not shared this publicly as much, but somehow that December, when I was going through, I think the peak of it, that hour, she called me on the phone. She didn't say hello, she didn't say hi Victor, how are you? She called me on the phone and started speaking in tongues. I started praying. And spoke words over my life, and those words she spoke were in line with the thing I was going through. And God used her, to keep my heart calm. So I think a consistent thing we're seeing here is how that my friends show up not just in the natural from here, and that's one thing that's consistent with her. And her birthday was last week, and I wrote her a long note, like two captions, detailing 25 things, random things that I appreciate about her. And I've said this many times. You know how much I appreciate you. You know how much I adore your work ethic, your heart. Your heart is beautiful, and as you keep maintaining it, I'll keep checking. For celebrating you. I love you guys so much. From the bottom of my heart, I love you so much. And thank you for dealing with my excesses sometimes. Thank you for showing up for me. Thank you for giving me a reason, to not give up. Because I'm not Superman. Should we spell WMC?
Oh yeah.
Okay. How do we do that?
Say W.
Oh.
Give me a W.
Exactly.
Okay.
Give me an A.
It's supposed to be it.
Give me a C.
Wow. Oh yeah, below the now. Below the.
Thank you.